In this video, I'm going to show you how to use CreatorFlow. If you don't know what it is, CreatorFlow is a plugin that lets you do zooms in Premiere Pro. If you use Premiere Pro, this plugin will become essential in your workflow because it will save you a ton of time. So without further ado, let me show you how it works. First, once you've installed the plugin, go to Window, Extensions, CreatorFlow. I've already installed it, so when I open it, the plugin appears like this. There you go. You can see it's divided into 3 sections. The top section has several buttons. Don't worry, even if you see all those buttons, it's very simple to use. I'll show you what each section does. It also has a preview window that lets you see the clip you've placed in the timeline. And there's a third section called Zoom Control, which lets you control zoom and magnify. So I'm going to dock the panel on this side to be more comfortable with CreatorFlow. I'll use an example to show you how I use the plugin. What I'm going to do is import a screen capture from an Iman Gaji video. Once it's imported, I'll create a new sequence. You can see it's 1920 by 1080. I'll just drag the clip into the timeline. Once I place the clip, it shows up in the plugin window. We know that when working in Premiere Pro, especially for facecam or podcast videos, you generally need to add more dynamism to the video. One of the techniques is doing zoom-ins and zoom-outs. We know you can zoom in Premiere Pro, but it usually takes time. To do a professional-looking zoom, you have to add an effect called transform effect, and that takes a lot of time. With CreatorFlow, it's very simple. In a single click, you can zoom. Let me show you how. For example, I have this clip where Iman Gaji is talking. One thing to note, the plugin shows what's happening in real time as the clip plays. That's because auto refresh is on. If you don't want that, you can turn it off. When it's off, only the Premiere Pro window updates in real time. I recommend keeping auto refresh on when working with the plugin so you can see what you're doing live. But if you're doing other work, turn it off because it uses some of your computer's resources. So I'll reactivate auto refresh. For example, I'd like to zoom in on Iman Gaji's face. It's very simple. I just click where I want. There you go. In a single click, it zooms exactly onto his face. When I want to zoom out, I just click the out button. It goes back to exactly the original size. Let's watch it together. It starts with a zoom in, then does a zoom out. The zoom is very smooth. Here's what you need to understand. The plugin adds a transform effect with a motion blur at 180 degrees. It automatically adds keyframes and they're all smooth. Generally, it's very complicated to get this kind of graph on Premiere Pro because Premiere Pro doesn't have a graph editor like After Effects. The plugin adds multiple keyframes for us. If you don't want smooth keyframes, just deselect the smooth option. That way, it'll only add 2 keyframes and you can adjust them however you want. Now imagine that like in Iman Gaji's videos, sometimes he adds an element, for example a card, that stays on screen while the zoom holds. Let me show you how to do that. I'll press Ctrl+Z to undo. Let's say I want to zoom right here where that little light is. There I zoom because I want to add a card there. In one click, it zooms exactly. But if we look, the zoom happens a bit fast. That's because in the zoom control section, the zoom time is set to 1 second. If we want it slower, we just increase it, for example, 2 or 3 seconds. When I click, it takes 3 seconds to zoom in, but it goes to 220%. I think that's too much. I prefer 150%. I'll press Ctrl+Z and set it to 150%. So with 3 seconds and zoom at 150%, let's watch together. There you go. It does it a bit slower, smoother. Now, you can add an element, for example, a card, a graphic, whatever you want. You do the zoom, add your element while the zoom is active, and when you're done, you zoom out. So that was the first example. Very simple, and that's the first way you can use CreatorFlow. For the second example, I'll use a screen capture I made earlier. Imagine you're making a tutorial and you want to zoom into a specific spot to show what you're doing. First thing I'll do is click on Preset. When I click Preset, it automatically creates a background and gives it a nice little design. You can see the screen capture with a polished presentation. The preset adds a background with a nice design. If you want, you can modify the background, change its color, for example, blue, black, whatever you'd like. Just click on the background and go to Effect Control to change the color. It adds a 4-color gradient effect that you can adjust however you want. You can also change the border, make it bigger, smaller, adjust it to your taste. There are several presets available and you can test them to see what they do. Now imagine I'm making a tutorial and I say, click on window. I select the frame where the cursor is and just click. Automatically, it zooms exactly where I clicked. Then I zoom out with the out button. Let's watch together. It starts when the cursor reaches the spot, I click and it zooms in. There you go. If you want the zoom to be bigger, you can adjust it. For example, if the zoom is at 150%, you can set it to 200% for a bigger zoom. For example, I click on New Composition and it does a nicer zoom because I set it to 200%. One important thing, if you click somewhere else after a zoom, the plugin doesn't do a new zoom. It does a pan. That means it moves to center on where you clicked. So if there's already a zoom active and you click somewhere else, it just centers on the new position. To summarize what we saw, it zooms on Windows, extension, PDF export. It goes back. It does a zoom, then a pan. Very nice. Now I'm going to show you the second part of the video. We can see two buttons, Smart Zoom and Auto Magnify. Smart Zoom lets you do everything we just did manually, but in a single click, without having to click where you want to zoom manually. But before we look at Smart Zoom, let me show you another feature, Magnify Control. Magnify Control is for when you don't want to do a traditional zoom, but want to show only a specific part of the screen. For example, in a tutorial, if I want to show just a small section, say a specific area, I don't need to zoom on the entire screen. I click on Local Focus, then draw a rectangle over the part I want to show. I let it play for however long I want, then click Apply. Let's see what it does. It zooms on the part I selected and the rest of the background gets blurred. Very simple and very clean. If I want to show another part, I just click again. For example, I want to show only these 6 buttons. I click there, let it run, and click Apply. When I'm done, I click Local Focus again to deactivate the feature. You use this feature when you want to show only one part without having to zoom on the entire screen. It lets you make beautiful tutorials. Now let's move to the automatic section. Everything we did manually, you can do automatically. I'll use about 1 minute of the video as an example. As we know, Premiere Pro can sometimes have little hiccups and freeze, but let's continue. To use Smart Zoom, I just click the button. Once I click, it automatically adds keyframes for us. If you're watching live, I'm not speeding up the video. This is normal speed. There you go. It's finished adding all the keyframes automatically. Now let's see what it does. It zooms, it pans, all depending on how you've configured Smart Zoom. It uses an intelligent algorithm that does everything automatically. It zooms in, pans, zooms out, all automatically. It's smoother than doing it manually because it makes sure the cursor is always visible on screen. It's smoother and faster too, but it depends on you. Sometimes you might prefer manual zoom for more control. Sometimes Smart Zoom is better because it's faster and smoother. Auto Magnify does the same thing, but for magnify. Personally, I prefer to do magnify manually because I have more control. But for Smart Zoom, it's very simple and fast. If you need this plugin, you'll find the link in the description. We offer exceptional customer support. You can contact us anytime and we respond within an hour by email. Honestly, if you use Premiere Pro, this is the best plugin you need in your workflow. You can see it adds all the keyframes automatically. It does an exceptional job. For example, when it wants to show only a specific part, it selects it for you, frames it, and zooms exactly onto it. It doesn't zoom randomly. In any case, the plugin is currently at a special price because I'm launching it. Get in early because the price will go up. We know it well. With my plugins, you always get great value when you buy early. I believe this is the best plugin currently available on Premiere Pro for zooming without exaggeration. Don't forget to contact me. I'm always available 24/7. If you have ideas on how I can improve the plugin, leave them in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.